Hey, what's up, gang? Matthew Loop here. Great to see you on this lovely evening. And I wanted to take a time out of my schedule real quick to deliver you some value because I get a lot of questions in regards to content marketing, repackaging, and distribution in 2021. So this week in particular, I had several questions from many coaching clients, and I figured that it would benefit you greatly if you're a chiropractor and or business owner in general, because I find that so many of us in general, and I used to make the same mistake where I'd create a great piece of content and I would kind of rely on some organic distribution to get it out there, but it wouldn't get too much traction. And unfortunately, that really led to a lot of frustration because social platforms these days, for the most part, are pay to play. That's not necessarily what this is about though, but I'm going to teach you a way that at least you can get the most legs out of your stuff. And by the way, if you're just coming on and you like this, smash that like button. And, so let's say that you this week are going to produce a piece of content. You've already done your research. If you followed me for a while, I recommend a few different ways on going your research. You should never have a bad day in terms of you can't think of what content to produce. There are sites like BuzzSumo, Answer the Public, TikTok, where you can search the most video views. YouTube, you can search the most video views. Answer the Public's like extracts questions and answers and phrases from Google, the top searches. BuzzSumo, the top blog posts. You should never run out of content ideas, put it that way. So once you have your content ideas and all right, I'm going to produce 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever pieces of content every week in video and or written blog form, then the fun begins, the distribution and the repackaging. So if you take one of your pieces of content right now, let's say you wrote a blog post, or it could be a video, on 3 things every parent must know about child scoliosis. That's a great, helpful piece of content that, number one, you could publish as a written blog, and if you wanted to, you could post it on Facebook, and you should all your blog posts anyway, but you could post it on Facebook and then maybe spend $5 or $10 to boost it to your fans and their friends just to see how it does, how much traction it gets, likes, shares, comments, all that other good stuff. And you can make the determination if it's worth really putting a substantial amount of dollars behind to basically give goodwill and a big hug to the marketplace. So that's one angle, but now you've got this blog post and, yes, you could publish it and put some juice behind it using, let's say, a Facebook content advertising strategy, but also you can't forget about what we could do with this. We could turn it into a video in short form, 60 seconds or less, and put it on TikTok or Instagram Reels or just regular Instagram, and that's something you'd want to do. You could create a longer form video between 2 and 5 minutes and post it on YouTube as well as Facebook for another piece of content. You can involve many other platforms and channels. You can turn it into a post for LinkedIn. You could put it as a written post on Medium. So I like to figure out all the areas and places that I can put this content out there, and then you could even reach out to people that have shared great content like this in the past with their audiences on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and you certainly, like I said, you could use a platform like BuzzSumo to figure out the most shared blog posts and really get an idea that way. So always think about how you can maximize the one piece of content that you have. This is where so many drop the ball. I produce a decent amount of content, but I don't produce 16 pieces every single day. I don't produce 16 pieces of really solid, hardcore content every week that I would publish and throw out there. I'm a big believer in digging very, very deep roots with a few core flagship pieces, and then 1, you can repackage like we just talked about, and 2, you can put it on steroids with something like Facebook advertising, for instance. That's a great way to get your stuff out there to figure out if the market resonates with your content or, if it's not, if it falls flat. So you take one content, and let's say it's a video that you published. You got this great 3 to 5 minute video you already put on Facebook. Why not upload that same video to YouTube? Different audience, different titling strategy, but at least you can have more content over there. Why not take clips of that video and or have a video editor from Fiverr cut it up, or you can just do a short of that video to put on TikTok and or Instagram Reels or Instagram and such. And then you can have somebody on Fiverr extract quotes and put them into graphics, for example. to throw them on Pinterest or, again, Instagram. You can have these people on your team. So be very resourceful. You should, if you're on, let's say, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all these channels, you want to be pushing content out on there. That's not to say that you need to go like 100% full crazy, full steam on everyone, because most of you will dig very deep roots in one or two channels. And then from there, you can definitely find opportunities elsewhere where you can share your content. Foster says, do you have a course or resource including this type of info? Foster, my flagship training is called Social Media Elite. This course was originally created for, chiropractors and doctors and of all different types in the holistic field, but it's really applicable to any profession, essentially small business owner. So that would be a course that you would definitely want to check out and potentially invest in. And you can learn more about that at dcincome.com/go. So get the most out of your stuff, guys. You're publishing, and some of you are even having these third-party agencies publish stuff for you, and that's fine periodically, but no one can truly replicate your voice. So carve out some time, put content out that you obviously are very proud of, and it can be as long or as short as it needs to be. Like this Facebook Live video, for example, if I was going to do it on this video, this is all about content marketing and repackaging. I could take this video, get it transcribed, have somebody else rewrite it, turn it into a blog post if I really wanted to, out of my own words. Hire a ghostwriter on Fiverr and or Upwork. I could then cut this into small video shorts, have a video editor on Fiverr do the same thing, and then repackage it. I could take clips of this or maybe some quotations that I've said to put that on Instagram or Pinterest. Get the maximum legs out of stuff that you do. And also realize that while you know me, that I love paid advertising, because you can flip a switch and bam, you get your message out to thousands, hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of people very, very easily. We still want to take advantage of the organic reach, aka the free stuff. And there's no better medium right now to take advantage of free organic reach than TikTok. I've been hammering this drum for a long, long time, especially in the last year, because I've seen my own videos go over 500,000 video views in a matter of a couple days organically. I'm used to, creating great content, putting money behind it, and then getting large amounts of views. But we've never seen this in the history of social media. Even back in the YouTube heyday, you could publish a video then, and yeah, you certainly have thousands of video views, or maybe tens of thousands the following day or week. But nothing is comparing to TikTok right now for organic reach and distribution. So I would, again, part of your content marketing strategy certainly has to be over there. And I don't want to digress too far. But Judy, yes, it is. Good eye. I was a top affiliate for their program, the first and second launches, and that was a really slick, it was an amazing thing, because they invited the top affiliates to go hang out with Dean and Tony in Las Vegas. Really cool thing. So excellent program, though. So yeah, any questions? I'll be on for a few minutes. Post them down below. Content marketing, making it more effective. And also, guys, I just wanted to invite you to our Caribbean Adventure Mastermind that we're hosting in April. If you go to www.ucam.fun, you can learn more about it. Judy, you're already coming. That's awesome. This is where you learn, play, party, and network with A players, 6, 7, 8-figure earners online and in business in general that you have no choice but to grow. I'll be sharing new social media strategies that obviously help you grow, trends, what's new coming down the pike, and what's working right now for a lot of my clients. I also have an event this August called the Social Media Revenue Summit. That takes place here in Atlanta. And by the way, the Caribbean Adventure Mastermind this year is in lovely Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Great place. It's like the little, they call it the little Venice of America. Really slick spot at the W. So again, check that out. But then we host the Social Media Revenue Summit here in Atlanta, in Buckhead, in August. That's going to be just an amazing event as well. So just keep those on your list. Yeah, see you there. Looking forward to it. So content marketing, repackaging, distribution, it's really the key. So if you've got a great piece of content, for example, that you want to share, have me or anyone else take a look at, tell me what you've done with the content. Did you just post it on your blog? Did you just put it on Facebook? Have you, had it, if it's a video, have you had it transcribed? and put into a blog post? Have you extracted some of those quotes out to put on quote graphics or have somebody do that for you? Have you turned that into a TikTok video short? And this is something where, most docs and entrepreneurs in 2021, they are putting content on Facebook. That's a good thing. Now, if you're not, it's not too late, obviously, but that's just what people expect. I expect if I'm going to go and do business with a brand or any other business, I want to see stuff that they put out, maybe goodwill, helping me get results in advance. And as you're doing that, the consistency adds up. Boom, and eventually that snowball turns into an avalanche. And like I said, there are ways that you can definitely set that ablaze very fast using paid advertising, but you got to be consistent with your stuff. And you have to check your Facebook Insights tab, for instance, to see what the market is responding to best. Maybe you've got certain times of day that are working great to post and other times not so much, maybe certain types of content. But all of those things factor together, and you should have your own little list that you make out that every time that you create a piece of content, a video, here's where it's going to go. We're going to put this video on YouTube. We're going to cut it into a short form to put it on TikTok and Instagram, and also Instagram Reels. We're going to have somebody go, extract the transcription and turn that into a blog post, and then we'll take shorts of that and put them on quote graphics so we can use on Pinterest and Instagram. Like, that's like a simple way to get the most legs out of your stuff. And yeah, you could certainly post on different channels, but don't sell yourself short. Huge opportunity out there because most are not doing the necessary work that it takes to be successful. Even in today's time, even with all the urgency and the scarcity and importance, it's very easy to stand out from the rest of everyone else in your market just by doing little things like this and producing great content, not necessarily just the one and done style offers. If you do that in conjunction, you're going to be memorable, so much more memorable. And then eventually, after 5 months or a year or whenever that is, you'll hit a tipping point in your market where you will be the most famous brand, chiropractic office, and business for what you're doing. And ultimately, once you achieve that household name in your community, it's just a beautiful thing. You get referrals hand over fist based on that alone. So I want that for you. And this has been an integral part of the whole strategy. Don't complicate things. And obviously, if you have any questions, post them down below. Like I said before, you are more than invited to come to our Caribbean Adventure Mastermind in Fort Lauderdale this April 23rd to the 25th. 3 days, 8 to 12 each day. www.ucam.fun, and also the Social Media Revenue Summit in Atlanta on August 21st, socialmediarevenuesummit.com. Any questions, let me know, and we will chat soon, gang. Ciao.